Remind me in an hour to turn off all the thermostats.
Okay. I had to turn
Boom,
off all
boom.
the thermostats for this
Morning.
morning at 9:08 a.m.
Let me see. Audio system. AirPods, perfect. Okay. You got Big Head Gary today. Hit the thumbs up button. And morning, Joe. Joe, do you have coin? Coinbase? You're always in on these good stocks. I missed out on it yesterday. Well, I missed out on it. Listen, 2 weeks ago, the play was to buy in at 50. But I do have some of these earnings winners. I have United Health, which I'm going to add to. I have Wells Fargo. So I've got some stuff. I got some swag. Let's go to the scanner. And I gotta start scans. We're gonna start here. But there's a lot of FOMO with Coinbase. And I'm gonna do another quick one today. Okay, we have some scans. Yeah, listen, I just saw a guy who said that they think Merit and Riot and Hut are going to continue to rise. God, Nvidia's up another $8. TQQQ is just flying. Am I going to hold on to TQQQ through the weekend? Okay, brokerage holdings. KO Costco with a cross up at 538. Netflix with another one. Core covered call ETFs. I'm gonna do a quick one today because your boy is hungry as F. And today I'm on expense, so I get to go out to breakfast. Yesterday I was on my own dime. So, God, how is it as fixy? I mean, the VIX is just. Hey, listen, as long as it was a profit, Joe, you're up. Bank of America's up over 30. Just saying. Just saying. ARKF is up 0.46. Look at that rise. Let's see, I'm going to put this on earnings. BAC over 30. IRKF up. Chart looks amazing. The SFIXY chart, man, how much higher do you go? I'm not going to include that one. I can't. The VIX is broken. I mean, it's just broken. Okay, nothing on Vanguard, Spider Sectors. XLG. I like that one. That's the S&P Top 50. Morning, Ed. What's TFC? Truist. Oof. Probably like every other bank, it's up. Yeah, it's up 2% today. Their earnings are coming up. I mean, it's a regional bank. The RSI is at 70. You just crossed up. It's probably going to this gap. Honestly, between 36 and 38. Not a bad play. Close to a golden cross with the. You probably can't see it. Let me go here. This is Truist, William. The chart looks good. I mean, you're in a positive momentum. The 200-day is moving down, but that's because we had a banking crisis. The 50-day started to move up. It's kind of flattened out here, and you've got confirmation over the 9-day. This gap right here between 36 and 30, say 38, probably going to get filled. It's going to be, the earnings on July 19th, so next week, that's going to be the key. I mean, I'm not going to go over it on the podcast, but I think if you want to invest in regional banks, I don't think that's a bad one. From what I know, now I don't know any more than the guy on the street. This one, DPST, we've been in a run on this one. This is up 5% today. Here with the bank earnings, let me put that in. Where's my I got a lot of notes today. DPST up 5%. This one, I think Joe's been playing this one. Oh, Ed, I've got both. I shouldn't say I've got both. So I own AMD, but I have Taiwan Semi in the core portfolio. I don't have AMD in the core portfolio, but I do own AMD. I think it's two different plays. I think Taiwan Semi, you're playing the long game. I think AMD, you're playing the short game. I think AMD probably has more volatility with it, but I think both you'd be fine with. I can't imagine that you're going to lose on either one of those, but oh, look at that. Onan. Holy crap. Onan, ETHE. Wow, ETHE is up at 12. I think that's all I'm going to bring up. Splunk, I don't like. I've lost money on that one before. Hooah. And those are all over the 200 days. So, I mean, this one we talked about, Onan, when it was gapping up here, and then it gapped down here on this earnings. And we said, I said it's going to hit the 200 day at 26, and you're going to be back at 35. And I think D-Man, let's bring this up. Nevin, morning. ETHE, okay, that's not owned. Let's go. I'm going to do the Dow. See if there's anything in the Dow that I missed. I don't think so. You're flying, by the way, today. It's just the beginning of the earnings season. And earnings season is starting out well. Really, really, really well. Let me look at ETHE, because this one should have shot up yesterday too. Yeah. Look at that candle on ETHE. That candle right there, just a 4-hour morning candle, is a 15% period. Greg, Nicola, I have listed. I'll go over it. I'm wondering if they pushed another truck downhill. I mean, it's supply deals. You can go to finviz.com and read about it, but I can't believe that Nicola is a viable stock for you to own. I have a friend who's their lead marketing guy, Vince. Haven't talked to him since he left Earthlink. Just followed his career. But look at that stock. I mean, what makes you think this stock is worth anything? Look at that. Oh, trading desk. Let me add that. Let's see. Activision. I always get Activision's symbol wrong. ATVI. KO and Microsoft as far as the Dow. Okay, I've got that. So let's go to the NASDAQ 100. I'll go over Nikola, but you can go to, I'll look at the chart on the, holy hell. Ooh, Melly. I'm going to put Melly in here. Melly. Vertex. That's too good. Costco, KLAC. I don't like that one. Okay, let's go to the S&P. And then I'm going to hit start recording on the podcast. Costco, NE, Pepsi, Coke, Oracle. I'm going to put Oracle in there. That seems a bit stretched to me. Ethically won't suggest Philip Morris. Hate them. Just like I don't suggest. Ooh. Is this one turning around to cover that gap? Probably not, but nah, I won't include it. I mean, it's under the 200-day, but it's energy. I think most anything energy is under the 200-day. So let's go to the strategy tester. We'll go to the 4-hour. We're going to go to the SPY. You know what? TQQQ. We'll go there. I'll start out with that. We'll start out with that. Kami, FTC. I gotta tell you, I think Lena Khan is cute as F. I think she's adorable. Super smart. I don't agree with her stances, but I think she's incredibly intelligent. And I think she handled herself well. Listen, that type of stuff is not easy for anybody to go into. And she did well. She did really well. So, okay, I'm going to hit record now. I just got to make sure. Man, I look yellow. So I've got my outdoor window open. I've got a lamp right here that is probably overshading me. Let me see. Yeah. So the lamp is literally, that's why you see more light here. If I move this away, maybe it looks a little bit better if I move it away. No, then I'm not lit up at all. Hotel lighting is just tough to get, but I've got that key light over there, and it makes my neck look like a turkey. And I don't know why Christian's comment isn't coming up. I can see it on live chat in OBS. I can't see it. Live chat has moved. Hold on. I'm going to restart this real quick to watch my... we're going to go there, and then I'm going to go live. Comment isn't coming up. I can see it on live. There we go. So, Christian, it was at 8:20. It's 8:23, and it still hasn't shown up on my screen for some reason. I don't know. Hit that thumbs up button. Okay, I'm going to start the podcast. We're going to start out with TQQQ. Let me me just make sure I don't have to. Okay, we've got all our chats done. I'm going to close that down. I got to find out from my parents how my dog did. Here we go. Good morning. It's Friday. Happy Friday, July 14th. It's earnings season, and I will start with earnings. But I want to say I may break my rule again. And I know I said don't ever hold a triple levered ETF into the weekend. I bought last Friday. I bought at about $40. I think it was, I think my average price was around 39.70, 39.80. I bought 3 or 4 different lots in different accounts, so it's hard for me to actually figure it out. I put one of mine in the Savvy Trader. So if you're not on Savvy Trader right here, you can see I've got 2 portfolios, trading portfolio and the core portfolio. You can subscribe to both. They're free. You just have to sign up. But here is my TQQQ right there. You can see today, I can say all time, I am up 16% on Palantir. I'm up 10% on TQQQ. I'm up 5% on PayPal. I am up 5% on Sedge, 4% on AMD. I am up 4% on Ulta. I'm up 2% on Netflix, and I've still got 50% cash in my account. And I only put $50,000 into this. I have more that I can trade with, but I'll put my trades in here. But that TQQQ trade, and again, it's just savvytrader.com/daily stock pick. I'll put it in the newsletter, and if you want to subscribe to the newsletter is dailystockpick.substack.com. But TQQQ, triple levered ETF, I know I've said don't ever hold a triple levered ETF into the weekend, but look at this run since April 28th. The algorithm got you in at 27.64. You've almost doubled your money. Now the RSI is at 72. It's overbought. The MACD just crossed up again. It's moving up. I may hold on to this. And the reason, and I want to be clear, the reason why I'm holding on to this is because it's above that 9-day and it's well above that 9-day. So I have justification to hold it. But I will probably put stops at 44 today. I canceled my stops at 42 before. So that I got an extra $2 out of this run. But again, I want to protect my profits. And speaking of protecting profits, one video that I will put in, I will do 2 videos in the newsletter this today. And one is a candlestick pattern that I think you're really going to like. It's an explanation of candlestick patterns, how to identify them, what they are, and how to use them with indicators and other patterns to try and find winners and try and guess where the next candlestick will open up. So depending on the candles that you're looking at, I'll include that one. The other one, and part of the reason why I'm holding on to this, it's a good video on protecting your profits. It is from a trader that I actually follow on Twitter. I don't, my guidance is don't pay for his course. Don't pay for his service. It's a texting service. He's a very good trader. He understands investing. I really think he's good. My issue is just it's $7 for 14 days of service, and you don't need it. You really don't need it. So watch his video. He does a good explanation on that stuff. And it's part of the reason why I'm holding on to TQQQ. So you can look at that. So we got earnings today, this morning. 2 particularly from ones that I hold. One is UNH, and you can see UNH, the algorithm has you out, got you out here at 2% at around 473. I'm in at 485. I've identified this as a long-term hold. It is in a brokerage account, is not in an IRA. If it were in an IRA, I'd be out of this one because it has fallen. It doesn't have confirmation, but they announced earnings in pre-market. They are up 3% to 461. I like it to cover this gap up to 490. The earnings were good. They were strong. This is an oversold stock. The RSI is at 24. Unlike TQQQ, look at how low that MACD is. Look at how low that RSI is. If we look at a long term on this one, You can see we're not even back to the 200-day. So you're just in this descending wedge. The 50-day has turned negative. I like this one to swing at $500. The VWAP right now is right at $500. I do think that's the swing on this one. Add in cautiously because you do not have confirmation. The other one that I own personally that reported today is Wells Fargo. This is up 3.82. I said get this under 40. I bought under 40. I added more back here at 38. I've got a good position in this one. I am up a pretty good amount. It's above the 9-day. It is in a brokerage account as well. I will continue to hold this one. BlackRock, BLK. They announced earnings. They weren't as strong, but one interesting thing with BlackRock, and you can see that the algorithm got you a buy-in here at 696. You're at 739 just in the last couple of days. But one super interesting BlackRock note that they said, they increased their assets under management. That's a big thing. For a money manager like that, that's a huge thing. So just understand that's the thing. JP Morgan up 3%. They beat. Wells Fargo beat. Bank of America did not announce, but I want you to notice Bank of America is back over 30. I said buy under 30. You can sell over 30. If you're trading this one, you can sell it. I'm holding on to it because I think that golden cross is going to happen with the 50-day moving up on the 200. Their earnings are coming up July 17th, so next week. I like this one into earnings. You can see ARCF. Look at this chart on ARCF. This is the financials. Look at that buy-in at $20.86. You've almost got your 20%, $23.85. We brought up this one, and look at that run from 11%. So you're probably just, if you got in at beginning of May at 17, you're doing really, really well in ARCF. The other one that I want to point out that is a long-term one that I've recommended, DPST. This one is up almost 5%. It was up 5% at 69. Again, if you look at a long-term, this is a decaying asset. Do not hold on to this. You can absolutely trade it. Everything's moving negative on the long term, but you're starting to get a positive 9-day. You do have a large volume shelf down here. Nobody's holding up here. So nobody buys and prays on that one. But yeah, earnings yesterday, an interesting one. Delta Airlines, and this was kind of shocking to me, but Delta Airlines announced, and they immediately went up to almost $50. I think they hit 50 in pre-market. They wound up the day down. They're up slightly, $47.99. I'm not saying buy this one. If you got this one at 33 at the beginning of May, you're doing really well. I think you're button hooking on this one. I don't think that you have a catalyst going forward. I think you start to move a little bit downward on this one. I think you get down to this volume shelf down here at about 43. I'd probably take my profits if I were in this one. Pepsi, one thing that they announced, and I found that was interesting. I do own Pepsi, and I'm thinking of actually selling Pepsi. They claim they've likely reached the limits of their price-raising strategy. Volumes held up better than anticipated due to low global unemployment. They're seeing a material impact. So Pepsi had a cross up today, 187.56. I like it under 180. I don't know if you'll have a chance to buy it under 180, but it's not a stock. I would definitely have patience with this one. This is not one that's going to swing 10% in a couple of days. I would have patience. I'd probably wait for it to get under that 50-day. You can see long term. This is a weekly chart. When you touch that 50-day, just buy it. I mean, it's a pretty confirming chart that around that 50-day you're good. But it has gone up. Amazon shares. This is part of the Grade 8, and they shot up yesterday. They announced the first 24 hours of Prime Day event was the single largest sales day in company history. Across both days, U.S. consumers spent $12.7 billion. That's 6.1% year-over-year growth on Prime Day. Again, should have gotten it under 120. I said that back here when it dipped down to looks like about 125. 130 may have been the swing on this one. But either way, you can buy this one long term. I mean, don't be afraid to start a position in this one. You're just getting up to the 200 day. And this one, in my mind, again, they have a cost problem. They don't have a demand problem, and they will absolutely fix that. Shopify rose again. Shopify over 70. It's at $70.25. They rose after announcing a new artificial intelligence tool called Sidekick. You're not getting this gap fill. You're not getting that gap fill. It's put in. I think if you can get this in the 60 with a 6 handle, I think you're doing well. Google's Bard chatbot now includes 40 languages. I use Bard almost on a daily basis. Crypto. There was a ruling yesterday on Ripple. It sent shockwaves through the Coinbase, through all of the crypto. I will include 5 points that I saw in a newsletter about why it was such a big deal. But it sent everything running. You can see Coinbase. Look at Coinbase. I mean, yesterday, you could have bought this yesterday at open at $85. It shot up to 107. It's at 105 right now. I think anything under 100, I think you're good. Do not get into this right now. Do not decide, hey, I got some FOMO and I need to get into this. Just don't. Absolutely do not. Let's see. There's HUT, HUT. These are the 3 miners that I've kind of mentioned. HUT still has confirmation. You're still probably going well. Here's what you have to know about HUT. Look at a weekly on HUT. You're just crossing the 200 day. Do you get it back up here? Who knows? But right now, crypto is hot. Crypto is super, super hot. You can look at Mara. Mara, we've talked about Mara plenty of times. It didn't get up to 20 yesterday. Looks like the high was 1948. Hasn't broken that 20, but the RSI is at 78. The MACD, we talk about the MACD being stretched anywhere between 0 and 1. It's at 1.5. It's just everything's moving positive on Mara. You can see that. Even MicroStrategy, MSTR. Look at that chart. 291 down here. You've almost doubled your money here just since the middle of June. So, but XRP, that's Ripple. I'll include some notes in the newsletter about some articles and stuff. Snowflake had a cross up, 182.34. I do think it's a little bit stretched here at 180s. If we go to a weekly, this one it's just IPO'd, so it doesn't have a ton of stuff, but you can see it doesn't even have a 200 day on the weekly, but you're just crossing the 50 day. I think it's a little stretched. I would wait till it crosses under that 50 day to actually start a position. I've got a position here. I think my average is like 140, 150, somewhere in that neighborhood. Nikola, they announced a deal. There's some, you can go here to FinViz, why Nikola, and you can find this thing, Nikola and Trading Desk. Trading Desk entered the NASDAQ 100. They'll enter it when Activision actually gets taken over. But Nikola deal inspires hope. I don't know that it inspires hope. I mean, you're just hoping and praying at this point. Look at that long term. I mean, you're way under here. You're just getting a bounce up to 222. It's at 270. It's up 25% in pre-market at 277. I think this is basically, look at that volume. You're getting additional volume. You're getting it pushed here based on that volume. The algorithm still loses you 60% over 2 years, 24 months. How many positions? 33. But if you bought and held this stock, you've lost 85%. I think it's a hype stock. But again, that one. NVIDIA was up huge again. I mean, NVIDIA at this point, it's up 1%, 466. Got you in at 436 a couple of days ago after a 51% run on this one. I think anything in the 450 handle, I think you're doing really well. Again, that's a $500 stock by the end of the year. EDTX, this one shot up, and I'm only doing this based on the incredible run yesterday. 1872 on July 7th. There's no way you had this, like you were looking at this one. But yesterday, the high in the morning, the high it opened, let's first say, it opened at 1426. The high yesterday, 79.80. Today, you're up 29% in pre-market. It looks like it closed at 43. You're at 55.95. This is a hype rally. You can play it on super, super short time frames, like 5-minute stuff. The two learning videos are there. So, okay, well, so we'll get to the social request. Highway from Facebook. Found CXM last night on the scanner. I was looking for a swing trade. Looks great. Let's look at CXM. What is CXM? Sprinkler. CXM. Let's look. The algorithm does have you in at 1416. It's run quite a bit. The RSI right now is trending down. Looks like it's 71.11. I don't have Active Trader Pro up. Actually, I have to bring Active Trader Pro up. The volume is increasing. Let me actually start Active Trader Pro. The volume is increasing, so you do have a little bit of a run. Probably doesn't have a lot of volume. We'll go over to FinViz and look. It's a rather new stock. Let's see what they do. Sprinkler. Technology software. They're losing $27 million. Their market cap is $4 billion, so it's a little bit of a small cap. They don't have a dividend. They are up 86% year to date. Over 1 year, they're up 45%. So it is definitely a hype trade. Oh God, that's what makes me take pause. You got people selling at 14. You got people selling, even most recently, $13 and $14, and you're trading at 15. That would make me take pause on a company that is rather new, because they don't even have a 200-day on the 50-day just started turning positive. If we look at the average target price, it's at 16.75. You're trading at 15.20, and people expect it to be 16.75. I mean, I think there's better places to put your money, just personally. The other one, he says, Fidelity is giving Lyft a strong performance ratio, midterm and long term. Webull just signaled a bullish double bottom for 101 days with a price target of $14.30 to $15 per share. Stock price is currently $11.42. Could you give me your thoughts? Let's look at Lyft. Here's what I have to say about Lyft. I've never used Lyft. Personally, I use Uber. I think that would be my guide with Lyft, in that I probably don't want to sell it. I did look this up. Fidelity has a bearish score on it, and Webull has a bearish score on it. But if we go over here to FinViz, there is a bit of a bottom there at $7 back in June. If you bought this at $7 after that earnings disaster of what they had, that gap down, if you bought this in the $7 range and you're up at 12, kudos to you. The average price target right now is target price $12.69, but that is dated, I think. You can see in June, Webbush initiated with neutral, $10 price target. Those are the price targets that I would take, $10, $9. And you're trading at $11.55. I think you've had a hype rally here. My guess is volume is kind of trending there. The algorithm got you in at 1094. It is above the 9-day, so it does have confirmation. You do have a gap up here to 15. I don't know that I'd necessarily expect that gap to get filled, but I mean, stranger things have happened. I can't imagine it's going to get filled, but highway, I'd probably stay out of that one. Brandon wanted me to check out 3 cow ETFs. Let me see. There's iCow. What is iCow? What the hell are you doing to me, Brandon? Pacer Developed Markets International Cash. Wow, this one ran yesterday too. iCow. Look at this. 29.65 and you're up at 31.80. What is iCow? Let's see. iCow is Financial Exchange Traded Fund. Oh, it's a cash cow. Cash cow 100 ETF. So it's not cows like moo cows. It's cash cow. CAF. Let's look at CAF. What is CAF? But all these are kind of, yeah, pacer cash cows. 100 ETFs. So, kind of look at them. There is iCal, CAF, and Herd. Take a look at them. All weighted by free cash flow. I'm thinking getting in. What are your thoughts? I think you trade those on charts. I don't know enough about them. Seeks to trade and track total perform before fees and expenses. The fund will invest at least 80% of its total assets in the component securities of the index investments that he have economic. Dude, I have no idea. I mean, I I don't know. I think you trade these. Are there dividends on this? Yeah, there's dividends, 5%. I think you trade them. Other, I think it's an exchange traded fund that looks to take your money. So that would be my thought on it. I think there's better places to put your money. You can trade them, absolutely trade them. Investment, I don't think it's doing anything as far as an investment goes. So own companies with good products, with good management, with good profits, and I think you'll be fine. But don't try and play the game of, hey, I'm going to get into this because covered call kind of stuff and everything like that. Yeah, it's good for income, but I think investments are a different story. Gabrielle. Hello, Gary. I'm thinking about buying some long-term ETF indexed, linked to indexes. I think they're less volatile compared to ETF linked to a specific sector. Would you suggest anything specific? I heard you speak a lot about SPY and VOO. I was wondering, what are your thoughts? So I think there's three that I would do. And if I go over to Seeking Alpha, I can show you, if we just go here to SPY, let me put in SPY. Because SPY is your typical, this is just an ETF that tracks the S&P 500. It's the most common one. It's got low cost, low fees. So I think you're good. The other one, VOO. You'll see these trade very super similarly. You can do your research to see which one has less. You can see they trade about the same. There's nothing too different. It's just about what they do. The other one that I would tell you to look at is QQQ. I don't think you want to track the Dow. I think the Dow tracks only 30 companies. I don't like anything that tracks the Dow. But these three ETFs, Gabrielle, those are the ones that I would actually look at. And QQQ, the reason I would look at these three and not a levered ETF, remember, levered ETFs use derivatives, so options and call strategies to actually lever that ETF against. They don't actually own the stock. They actually use derivatives to try and lever three times. So they're trading tools. These ETFs, SPY, VOO, and QQQ, specifically own the NASDAQ 100 and the S&P 500. So I think between those, you could absolutely 100% trade these and be in a better place. Oh, I was on the big head. Let me go to the small head. I think you could be in a better place. So there's my thoughts on that. I would take a look at it. If you're a member of TrendSpider, I do have the Vanguard ETFs, but you can just Google this, low-cost Vanguard ETFs. Just Google low-cost Vanguard ETFs, and you'll find them. In fact, let's low-cost Vanguard ETFs. Yeah, and don't go 10 cheapest Vanguard ETFs right there. In fact, I'll include this in the newsletter. We'll put that in there for you, Gabrielle. I keep calling Gabriel because I have a friend named Gabriel. Nick from Canada. Nick from Canada. I always do that beer money joke. I think the beer movie was Beer Money or something. Can I short SCMI? And I told SMCI. This is the super microcomputer. This one shot up with NVIDIA when it was going there. I told Nick I am less a shorter. I just don't like shorting. And the reason I don't like shorting, and you can read up on shorting if you don't know too much about it, but shorting opens you up to unlimited risk, meaning if you can't cover that short by buying a stock, you could basically short one share. And this is an extreme example. Wouldn't happen, but you can short one share of a company. Say you have $1 million in your account. You can short one share of a $5 company. And if that company, you can't buy one share of that company because nobody will sell you a share, you will wind up with losing the entire $1 million. That's why I like using those ETFs, because you have an absolute downside when you have those short ETFs. But when you actually short, you could get caught in a short squeeze and get hurt with a lot of money. So he says he's been successful with some shorting. It does beginning investors, I tell, absolutely do not short. Don't think that you can play this market like the pros, because shorting takes a certain strategy to do. Can you short it? You absolutely can. You're up above. The issue I'd tell you is you just got in at 240 or at 294. This one is super, super stretched. SMCI. We can go. The PE is 27. The forward PE is 27. It is up 258% year to date. Here's the killer. It's up 622% for 1 year. I don't know anything about this company. I was told that they use NVIDIA, they use AMD, blah, blah, blah. They went up when NVIDIA really started to run. So this is tied to NVIDIA. I would be careful shorting this one. Do I think that gap down there is going to be covered? I don't think so. These guys are probably tied into the NVIDIA stuff. Again, I know nothing about this company. Can you short it? I would suggest against it. You have confirmation over the 9-day. I think this one's still on a run. The RSI is at 76. The MACD is stretched, but it's not as stretched as it was when it was 19 during this run. The MACD was at 19 and 20 during that run. And yeah, you thought maybe I can short it here because you're getting the button hooked down. And if you short it at 159, good luck in selling it. It doesn't have a super float. It's only 53 million shares. So good luck in covering that one. You're going to have some problems probably finding actual sellers. And it's not you. It's going to be your brokerage that's going to try and cover that one. So I'd be a little bit careful. Let's see, from Later Dude from Spotify. And I am sorry I can't write back to you on Spotify, but Later Dude asked about Roku. Roku's been one of these that it's a Cathie Wood stock. Here's what you have to know about Roku. The algorithm, the 4-hour algorithm, loses you 78%. Just buying and holding loses you 81% on this one. You have 37 positions. Your average win is 9.85. So it's super volatile, but the algorithm has not been very successful. So July 27th is their earnings. I would expect a good earnings report on this one. They just got into a deal with Shopify. I know they're cutting deals. I don't think that they're making money. Let's see. Are they losing money? Yeah, they're losing 665 million. The Roku's thought back here when it was beginning of the year at 40, they had to sell to somebody because they're just bleeding money. Now, here's the thing. Up year to date, 87%. So we were all wrong. Cathie Woods was right. You can see the ARK fund. I have Apple TVs in my house. I have two Roku, a Roku TV and a Roku stick. I use the Roku. I hate the Roku interface. If you like the Roku interface, absolutely 100% invest in this. Try using it. I just like the Apple boxes. That's my thing. If we look at this one, you can see there's a volume level support here at 71. You're at 76. My thought on it is that I like it here at 67. I like that you could sell it at 76. If we look at a long term on this one, you're still not at even close to the 200-day, which is at 174. So are you too late in getting into this one? Probably not. The VWAP right here is at 71, but I don't know that I'd necessarily even want to get into this one. The 50-day is still moving negative, hasn't turned positive. Your 200-day hasn't really even started to turn positive. This was a $400 stock at its high point. Is it getting back there? Probably not. I mean, again, they haven't been making money. So the average target price right now is $67, and you're trading at 76. So I think it's hyped up. I will include a bunch of scans in the newsletter. You've got some like Microsoft just had another cross up, 340.94. I think you're fine buying in Microsoft anytime. Amazon, we talked about Amazon having another cross up. Netflix had another cross up. I think this is a secondary. I bought in Netflix at 440 or at 450. I bought right here when it was 441. I bought it like 439. I think I got it just under 440. But yeah, you can buy into this one. Look at that ascending wedge. You're still going. God, if you got in here, below 300 on Netflix, Netflix is flying. One that D-Man and I both agreed on. This is a shoe company with Roger Federer, and it was a hype play, and it 100% still a hype play. The shoes are legendary. People love them. Back here at 16, back at the beginning of the year, you've doubled your money a couple of times because you should have gotten out up here in the 30s. I do think under 30, this is a good stock. I think over 30, you think about selling it. You can see this was when their earnings were a little bit troubled. And D-Man and I said, hey, under 30, I think it's a hype stock. It's going to come back. The 50 days now moving positive. It bounced off that 200-day. So you don't have this is a secondary cross up because that MACD is just kind of moving in. That first move at $30. I think $30, just be patient, but $30 I think is the actual move. Meli, MELI, this is the Amazon of the Latin America. This is a cross up, 1153. That's $1,153. They haven't done splits, so it is that expensive. This one has been dying on the sword because it ran up so much. Look at that, up to February 2022. You got up to 1800. You double topped out here at about 1900. Then you came down. You came down to the 200-day. You're just hovering above that 200-day, but it has a cross up. Probably goes back above the 200-day if you want to trade this one. I think for the long term, Meli's a little bit expensive. Again, living here in America, I'm probably more apt to invest in Amazon than Meli. The PE is about the same, 93.47, so it's a little bit extended. We talked about crypto. ETHE had a huge day yesterday, just enormous. Look at that candle. That's a 15% candle movement in just the morning yesterday. So you got that one. It has another cross up. If you got in at 795, you've almost doubled your money in less than a month. That's fantastic. And finally, Oracle. Oracle has a good cross up here at 117. I think you're going back to the 125, 126. This is a company that buys back a ton of stock, retires the shares, and yes, you can point out to me that Larry Ellison sold a bunch of stocks. If you go down here and you can see, Larry Ellison sold, I'm sorry, $250 million. I'm choking thinking about it. $250 million of stock. Exercised a bunch of stock options, blah, blah, blah. He sold a bunch. Everybody's been selling. You know why? Because you're at 52 and all-time highs at 127. That's why. You dip down to 117. Is it going back above there? Good companies with good products, good management, and good earnings will make it back to the highs and continue. I think this one's good. Does it come back down here to 109? I don't think you care. Because are we coming back below 100? I don't think so. The PE is a little bit stretched at 38, forward PE at 18. If we see a pullback in the markets, you're going to see this. But these guys are moving Uber out of the premise-based data systems, and they're moving them over to a cloud-based system. And they're Oracle's the one leading it. Look at Uber. mean, Uber had a cross up here at 45. Was telling you, get it under 40 back here at June 1st. So they've got earnings coming up on July 31st. So there you go. That's your look at today's stuff. I will look at other stuff on YouTube while I'm uploading this one. But have a good weekend. Monday, I will probably not be doing a podcast. Tuesday, no podcast. Wednesday, absolutely no podcast. I am working, so you will need to sign up for the newsletter. If you want to sign up for the newsletter, you can go directly to Substack, or you can just go to Linktree, linktr.ee/daily stock pick. And everything's here. You like the charts that I have? Sign up for TrendSpider, 25% off. You get everything. I'm going to send you a welcome letter. I do have a couple other people that I have to send a welcome letter to. People didn't take advantage of the 50% off, but you're still getting 25% off. I mean, it's not that much money. Again, if you're part of the savvy trader and you're looking at my portfolio, you're making that money up pretty quickly if you're trading enough money. Again, this is a $50,000 portfolio. I've made the $400 that I essentially have put in here. I've made $400 and covered the cost of TrendSpider there. So that's the first sponsor, Visible. If you click on here, you get $20 off your first month. It's $25 for unlimited service on Visible. The third one is Webull. I can't tell you. I love Webull. I mean, the app on Webull, I find myself going to the Webull app, even though I only have $1,000 in Webull. I find myself going there to research stock more than I find myself going to the Fidelity one. So I like it. So those are the three. But make sure you sign up for the Daily Stock Pick newsletter down there. It's dailystockpick.substack.com. That way I can do a newsletter while I'm working. I can't do a podcast while I'm working. I am in Washington, D.C. at the MLS All-Star Game, which, by the way, will be on Apple TV. So my assumption is that I will be checking in Jason Sudeikis and other people from Ted Lasso. So your boy may have some pictures. I did get some pictures. One other thing, if you made it this far and we're in this for like 20 minutes now or so, I had lunch with a World Bank economist yesterday. And I was asking him, hey, he does a lot of work with the Saudis on oil and Qatar. And I said, I got some money in oil. I said, your boy's got some money in oil. What are the thoughts of oil going back up to over 100? And he said, this is a World Bank economist, and these are his words. I can't tell you where oil's going to go. All I can tell you is that supply is going to be constrained. Right now, supply is not constrained. For some reason, to everybody's surprise, supply is not constrained. But he said in the coming months, towards the end of the year, supply will be constrained. So, PXD. You know why PXD? Because while we're waiting for supply to be constrained, you're getting a 10.78% dividend. So I like it. I've got this one. I say buy it under 200. It's a little bit extended right now at 219, 215. It's up, just up slightly in pre-market. But PXD is one that I have. I also have Exxon. And I go over these a lot. And if you're in TrendSpider and you sign up for TrendSpider, I have all the energy plays that you need. The stocks in an energy, what's it called? It is called Energy Names to Trade Known. And you can play that one. Exxon is another one that I have. The algorithm got you out yesterday on Exxon. Exxon is at 104. I think that's a great price for Exxon. Let's see. What else do I have? I have Oxy. This is Warren Buffett stock. 61. Told you to get it under 60. At 57, great trade. I mean, what's that? June 28th. You're at July 14th. Listen, other than like Coinbase and other things that are going up like by 100%, this is a great trade in 1 month. You didn't get the dividend. You don't hold this one for the dividend. Great trade. Under 60, grab it. MPLX, if you want a dividend, this is a good one to have. It just covered that gap. I like this one in the probably 33 range. It's been pretty solid. for a good amount of time. I mean, I bought this way back during the pandemic at about $8. That was how long I've been holding this one. And the reason is because while I've been enjoying that capital appreciation, I've been getting an 8, 9, 10% dividend. This was like a 15, 20% dividend yield at like $8. They were paying out a ton of money. I've been holding this one for a while. That's in the energy names that I trade. Devon Energy, told you to get it under 50. It's at $51 right now. 49.24 was the buy-in here. At some point in time, this one takes off. It is still above the 200-day. The 200-day is at 37. So I don't want to say that there's no downside, but if oil's going to continue to go up, I think Devon's going to continue to go up as well. The other one, Nucor, let's see, NUE. NUE is just been a monster of late, and this is the energy name that dipped under the 200-day here, and you can see it going up. NUE, let me see, do they have a dividend? It's in that energy portfolio that I have on TrendSpider. Their average price target is 163. This one has a 1.21% dividend. They're trading at 169. So, and that's with oil low. Let me see. This one is in steel. Sorry, Nucor is steel. I think I'm thinking of Cleveland Cliffs. My difference in Cleveland Cliffs, but Cleveland Cliffs had a really good day too. CLF. That one's been on a run. 1686 is the buy-in there. So you're at 17.15, 17.13 in the pre-market. So absolute opportunities in the market. Enjoy. I will talk to you guys probably Thursday. I think I may be traveling Thursday. I got to look at my schedule, but next week will be heavy on newsletter, light on podcast. I may hop on, do 5-10 minute podcasts, but nothing like a 20-minute with charts and stuff like that. So make sure you get the newsletter. Make sure you're subscribed. Talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend. Okay. I have to log in here. Good morning. What is it? Okay. Okay, Mickey. Okay. Okay. Why am I crashing? Larry. Morning, Brian. Morning, Brandon. Mullen and Coin. Mullen, I told you, trade it. Coin, holy crap. I was going off about that one this morning. That was the call of the century a couple of weeks ago when the SEC filed that Wells notice against Coin. And I said, any reaction is an overreaction, grab it under 50. It immediately went above 50. And now it's at 110. I mean, it's just crazy. But all of crypto has been that crazy. So the VIX is down at 13. At some point, that VIX comes back. You know what I found interesting, by the way? Speaking of banks, Shitty Bank, and we talk about Shitty Bank a lot. It's kind of hovered around there. This is a monthly chart of Shitty Bank. Monthly. Look at this trading range that it has been in. Oh, I don't want that one. Yeah, I want this one. Look at that trading range that it's been in. I mean, this is a low of like 20 to 73. You could probably even bring this one up. Let's bring this up. We'll shrink that down a little bit. That's the trading range right there. I mean, you're at the bottom of the trading range, so if you think it's too little, I think it's an $80 stock in healthy times, and I think the new CEO is good. But this goes all the way back to the housing crisis. And the Shitty Bank just never recovered. You know, you look at something like Wells Fargo, and we go to a monthly. That's the housing crisis right there. Look at the difference. You know, you get a Bank of America, and we go to a monthly here on Bank of America. That's the housing crisis right there. Look at that, how different that is. So Citibank, it's an interesting one. Morning, Brandon. Brandon, I went over your cow stuff. I don't know why I went over your cow stuff, but I did. I don't think it's a good investment. Boyle is up pretty big, by the way. Let me move you over to Big Head. Big Head. Oh, I gotta move that to Active Trader Pro. There we go. Boom. And what am I gonna? You know what I'm gonna look at? TQQQ. I'll let you guys watch that one. And then I am going to drop this into iMovie. We're gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete that. And I've got to go grab this file. Oh. My parents are updating me on the dog's bowel schedules. Did I stop the recording? I think I did. Yeah, I did stop it. Where is the damn recording? 7-Eleven, move to trash. That's the 7-Eleven. Where is the damn thing? Hold on one second. There it is. 7:14. Boom. There we go. Let me just make sure. Okay. We're going to auto. Boom. Skin tone balance. No. No. I am going to move that a little bit over there. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to export file. 1080p, 714 pod, save. Yeah, it seemed hip, but nobody's trading it, Brandon. Good luck in getting in and out of that one. Okay, how much time does this have exporting? It's still processing. So I'm going to go over to by the okay. I'm gonna take it. Okay, I'm gonna text you right now. Okay. Okay. I hope you're listening at 1.5 speed. I'm gonna go over to Canva. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll do this. Hold on, I might have a new picture that I want to. Let me go to Canva. Yeah. If you, yeah, I mean, you want something with a good amount of volume. If you don't get volume, screw that. Oh, you know what? Okay. Let me um, edit. I'm going to turn this around. No, that one's not good. Cancel, discard changes. Um, Let me see. Ah, that's a good one. Let me put this into one of the AI. Tune Me. Let's see what Tune Me does to this. No. Um, Choose photo, camera roll. No. Uh, no. I don't want access to my camera. I want this one. Uploading. Let's see. I am at a what, a Hyatt? Grand Hyatt, I think is where I'm at. Um, da, 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 da. Nope, don't like that. Nope, don't like that. So this one looks to be the best. Uh, so how do I? Okay. Um, Image save. There we go. Let's see. Um, Attuned Me. Copy. Let's see. Oh, pasting. Now I've got to crop you out, but I don't think I can crop. There we go. No, it doesn't work. No. Okay. I'm gonna crop that out. There we go. Let's see. Where's my iMovie? I still have 3 minutes. Okay, so I got 3 minutes to finish this. Um, which ones do I like? Ooh. No, we're gonna go home. Let's see. We'll update this one. No artificial cheese on the omelets. No. In fact, I'm on expense, so today I'm going to go out and still holding. What else? Earnings season with JP Morgan, WFC, Citi, XOM, Pepsi. I gotta get my notes up. BAC, UNH, and crypto, coin, Mara, Riot, Hut. This is 713, or no, 714. Okay, share. Download. Boom. Foldable or rollable, Joe? Are we putting this shit on wheels now? Foldable or rollable? I think it's foldable. Is it a rollable? Hey, I gotta tell you, I hate the size of this thing. I really hate the size of this thing. If I could get my flip phone back, I'd do it. I love my flip phone. Where's my iMovie? Okay, it's out. Boom. Now I just have to export the audio. And I have to find this damn file. Boom, boom. No. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Move to trash. And I think I have, yeah. Move to trash. And then I've got that. We'll open this up. File, export as audio only. Audio. Desktop saved. Boom. Let me just make sure that this. Okay. I'm going to upload this to YouTube and upload this to Spotify. There we go. Upload that one. Brandon, I think I'm holding. And the reason I'm holding, I may get out. I may put my stop. My original target was 44. but I may stay in because let's see, 7/14/23, and I need to go over here. Yeah, I have I just have the 13 Pro. My battery's draining really quick though. I need to delete a lot of the junk that I have on there. I think that's what's deleting my battery, but I don't know. I may just copy, paste. Oh no, I didn't want to copy the whole damn thing. Ugh, it highlighted the whole damn thing. Okay, we're gonna put that in. Nope. And I gotta get my notes. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know if all this is gonna fit, but let's see. Let's see if it all fits. Notes. Nope, does not fit. Okay, we're gonna take that out. And we're gonna take that out. I still have 100. Wow. 87. Take that out. There we go. Okay. I've got everything there. And I'll post this. Next, we're going to insert an ad. We're not going to do a poll. Insert ad break. One ad. Insert ad. I know it won't play on all platforms. I got an ad when I listened the other day. Publish. Okay, that's done. Now we've got to work on the let me get to notes. Boom. Copy. And we'll put in notes there. And I have to copy my Weeble. Where's my Weeble? Menu promotion center. I hate this. Why don't I just copy it from here? Copy link. We're going to delete this. Delete that. We're going to put in notes. And we're going to copy. And we're going to paste. And then it's going to take me forever. Okay. Oh, God. Now I've got to delete some of this stuff. Let me take out those 5 reasons. And that should... 1 hour and 19 minutes left. What, are you kidding me? Ugh. Okay, that's good. We got that done. Upload thumbnail, green gaming, and playlist. We're going to put it on the daily stock pick. No, it wasn't made for kids. Next. Publish. Okay, it's publishing. Man, by now it's all oof. Wow. TQQQ is still running. Just take a look. I mean, that's the candle right now. It's got confirmation. Bollinger Bands are opening up. By the way, if you want Bank of America, it's under 30 again. Beam. Let me move you over to Safari. I don't even know what BEM is. It's one of your crazy ones, Brandon. Beam Global. Algorithm loses you 37%. I'm not likely to like this one. It's a trade, I think. It's under the 200-day on the weekly. And the last time you were under the 200-day was 2019. I mean, this shit didn't even go under the 200-day and during COVID. Solar. Average price target 26. It's trading at 11. I mean, it's solar. The 26 take with a grain of salt because nobody's covering it. It's a super small cap, only 157 million. Here's the thing, solar, I'd rather see you in Sedge. Look at this one. $15 billion market cap. They make $199 million. This one's at 272. It's going back to 300. It's flat. 2% up for the year, down 3% for year to date. It's 52-week range. You're kind of right in the middle, a little bit higher than the middle, but the average price target is 361. This one gets covered. Look at this. Deutsche Bank, hold to buy 375. I mean, in my mind, I'd rather play with the big boys and not get burned on the small boys. I don't think you're doing yourself any disfavor, but as far as what I know about the company, I know nothing. So I'd be a little bit careful about not knowing anything about the company. You look at these guys selling at about 11. I mean, it's super small amounts. 14.59. My money's in Sedge. Again, if you go over to my Savvy Trader, and I know you're subscribed, Brandon. I mean, Savvy Trader. I'm in Sedge. I'm in at 250, I think. So 6%. Let me see. Does it tell me? Yeah, average cost 257. Brandon, you have listened long enough to know you can trade something from Wall Street Bets and make money. It is not something that I would, and when I say trade, Sedge is a trade for me. But if I lose 10%, 15%, do I mind holding and buying back in, buying more? Or do I get out? With Beam, I'd get out. Have my stop losses. I don't feel bad losing money on that one, but I'm out. With Sedge, I'm probably holding on. I mean, look at the long term of Sedge. If we look at a weekly on this one, you're just kind of capitulating up here. So it's right at the 200 day. The 50 day is just kind of moving. Every time you've gone under the 50 day, it's gone back over. That's a weekly look. So that's why I pick Sedge over something like Beam. But again, don't listen to a douche on the internet. Okay, I have got everything uploaded. I need to go take a shower before I go to breakfast. So if I don't have something on Monday, you guys will at least have a newsletter. But I think I'm working. So if I do something, it would just be the scans. But I'll definitely put out newsletters. So keep an eye out for today's newsletter. It's got some good stuff in it. And this weekend, I'll try and do a paid newsletter. If I don't get to a paid newsletter, I promise you some paid content. But I'll definitely do something maybe this weekend. I just don't know what. But I'll find something worthwhile to kind of educate folks on. Maybe it's about, Sedge versus Beam and things of that sort or something. Okay.